Hello there, and welcome back to FDW Season 3.
FDW, what is up?
I'll tell you what's up, Jose? I'm stumbling over words already there because the women's champion is kicking us off this week.
Yes, she has been. Her absence has been noted for the last few weeks while we decided the number one contender, and now she's here to show us what the prize is.
Yeah, she's kept an eye on things in the run-up to Backlash, and of course the number one contender was decided. And now that she knows there's competition afoot, she figures she's going to put her best foot forward.
Yeah, show Tegan Knox what she's gonna go up against.
That's going to be one hell of a match as well down the line.
Oh, absolutely. Tegan went all out to get that win, and Tiffany should be worried, I think.
Come out the gate swinging. I mean, Jesus, the strobes.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
for the epileptics at home.
Just having a quick fit here.
Damn it, Tiff. We haven't seen Tiffany Stratton in action since WrestleMania, so what better way to get back into action than with a tune-up match against some new blood?
One half of the Pillogers.
Yep. Who is dead inside with a little bit of a new change since last season. Wendy Chu.
True. No longer happy dreams, it's nightmares.
A debuting talent here for the Purple Brand.
Yes, we have not seen Wendy Chu in action before.
But she's bringing her pillow.
I mean, she's going to put Tiffany to sleep.
Will she, though?
Either that or it's going to be a snoozer of a match.
Never involving Tiffany Stratton.
Well, we're about to find out as Doug calls for it. Here we go.
And Tiffany immediately just flattening her, just welcome to FD Dub.
Absolutely cutting her down in one fell swoop.
And immediately a modified sort of Black Widow there, wrenching on the arms. And off the top rope, showing that gymnastics background.
I mean, this is what Tiffany needed to do. She needed to come out and she needed to make a good showing. I mean, up until now, FDW's been Tegan Knox all the way this season.
Yeah, we are only 3 episodes in, so still very, very early doors, but Tegan very much Tegan. Well,
I mean,
Tegan and Tiffany, both a mainstay.
She's the talk of the town, the rise of Tegan. And Tiffany needs to get her face out there and needs to quell the uprising.
Tiffany knows what it takes to kind of climb the ladder of success. She earned her way to the championship. She defended it on the grandest stage of them all, and as they tee off now on each other.
And we saw this a few weeks ago with Nia Jax, who ripped herself apart.
Not pulling any punches on each other. Wendy Chu looking to get the cheeky pin there, but Tiff having none of it.
Trying to mount some offense against the champ here. Great opportunity for Wendy Chu here. She may not be number one contender, but a showing here definitely puts her in the running.
Stepping up to the plate against the champion in your debut match is a way to get yourself noticed.
Yeah. Unless you're one half of a AOP and you get absolutely destroyed by Randy Orton.
True, but that's Randy Orton. Speaking of which, he will be in the main event this evening as we are due to see Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett.
Yeah, a bit of a return match after Randy went for the count out last time against Wade. Wade not overly happy.
No, not at all. So happy to run it back a bit here as Wendy Chu goes up to the top rope. Calls for Tiff to get to her feet and comes off the top rope with a huge crossbody there and connects.
Beautifully done. Goes for the cover here.
Again, not even enough for a 1 count.
A loss here would be very unfortunate for Tiffany.
Yeah, you need to start strong, but she with the kip up into the missile drop kick, that gets momentum straight back on her side.
She's not done yet.
Sitting at the top of the women's division, she goes even higher than the top to the top rope. A big elbow drop to the lower back, and I don't care how tough you are, that has got to hurt.
You can't protect the lower back. It's a bread target on every person.
Tiff again going to the top rope there. throwing caution to the wind. Huge senton there.
Beautifully done, and Doug slides in for the pin, almost out the ring. And there she is.
Job done. Debuting in style for season 3.
Yep, she's
Oh,
hello.
but not one to be undone.
Now, is that a sarcastic clap or a congratulatory clap?
I think it's just more, I've got my eye on you, Tiffany, you know. We had a little bit of a run in season 2, but we've never really crossed paths at this level.
No. Interesting.
Well, kicking things into the next match, shifting gears now.
Yes, we are on the road to Money in the Bank.
Yep, in 5 or 6 episodes' time. And what better way to start to get people qualified for that match than with qualifying matches?
Yeah, get people excited and ready for Money in the Bank. We're going to have 4 qualifying matches to determine 4 participants.
Yeah,
easy as that.
a much more muted affair. So this week we will be seeing Javon Evans going up against Logan Paul. Winner secures himself a spot in the ladder match.
These are both brand new pickups for FDW.
2 very different pickups as well. Javon Evans very much looking to fill the mighty shoes that Ricochet left behind as the king of the cruisers.
I mean, he's got some competition, given what we've seen so far from Fraxium.
Yes, Fraxium have really kind of stepped up, but who knows, Javon Evans could be the bouncy boy that we are looking for. But speaking of bouncy boys, a man in his prime. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Logan Paul looking like, I don't know what's yellow and black.
A bee? A wasp?
A bumblebee! There we go.
Bumblebee. Logan Bumblebee Paul.
No, he's exactly a wasp, because nobody likes Logan Paul. Nobody likes wasps.
Now, Logan Paul was one of my picks, and I think it's good to have him on the brand. I think he's going to surprise you this season.
He's polarizing, to say the least. You know, the last time you picked somebody who we disagree with, the legend of Paddy Omos was born.
What can I say? My dark horse picks are sometimes the best.
But will Logan Paul be a wasp? Will he merely be a pikey with wings?
What? I don't know what any of that means.
Look, wasps, right? Nobody likes wasps.
Right.
They are just pikeys with wings.
Fair enough. Well, I think he's going to surprise you. I think by the end of the season, you're going to be well enamoured with Logan Paul.
I mean, he's come out the gate swinging immediately with a huge dropkick, just flattening Javon Evans.
Exactly, he's going to start it strong. Now, I must admit I did misspeak. It is not the first time we've seen Logan Paul. First singles sort of competition, but he did compete for a while as part of your dad's mates from down the pub, Mike and Paul.
Well, yeah, we have seen Logan Paul on the channel before. He looks to get things done early, only a 1 count, but every pin expends energy. Splash from Paul. Oh, lion salt as well, there we go. Or moonsault. Probably a moonsault.
No, it's lion salt. Let's say that.
Off the top rope now as he just hits a huge blockbuster on the way down, and those were just 3 very different elevations there.
Logan Paul wasting little time, sees his opportunity in this Money in the Bank, and he's going to try and take it.
Just smacked him in the side of the head, but Evans, not one to be undone, gets momentum back on his side.
Huge DDT to the outside.
Dropping the elbow now. Now, is this the game plan from Javon Evans? Run up the counter on the outside, get a bit of breathing space?
Well, if there's a count out, I think we might have to... a double count out, I don't know who goes through.
Well, we shall cross that bridge when we come to it. Only a count of 3 now from Doug. I suppose the mystery of Doug being able to count has already been solved this season.
Yep. We
Just another
Weren't
new
sure he could count.
new
Last season,
feature of season 3. He can actually count to 10 now.
Yeah. Between seasons, we sent him to summer school.
Yeah. Sat there with
Got
his abacus.
Got him some math tutoring.
Back between the ropes now. As Logan Paul goes out of the ropes because he's a dick. Is he thinking about the buckshot lariat? Here he goes, off the top. Crossbody there.
Beautiful crossbody. And Javon Evans has not mustered much in the way of offense so far.
Not at all, and Logan Paul hit that flying forearm, and that could be all she wrote, and Logan Paul punches his ticket to Money in the Bank.
With an emphatic win over Javon Evans. He never even got out of the gate.
I know. If Javon's hoping to fill the shoes that Ricochet left behind, he might want to try a smaller size. I'm going to keep going with the shoes gimmick.
You're going to try anyway.
It's just how long can I run with it? Lackluster. There we go. That sums him up to a T.
I don't think that's on Paul. Paul been very impressive in that match.
He turned up. He got the job done. That's all he needed to do.
Exactly. He didn't have the competition.
No, but 2 debuts. And now 2 superstars that we've seen going a little bit tete-a-tete recently.
I was going to say, quite a bit of. Obafemi 2 down in the 3-match. Oh, hello.
Oh, goodness.
Big Bronson Reed, the hybrid champion. What's he doing out here?
I mean, he does what he wants, Bronson Reed. He's clearly...
Yeah, we gave up trying to control him.
Yeah, like a lion in the Serengeti, he has come out.
Looks like someone's laid out a chair for him.
Yeah, little dainty chair. Is that chair reinforced? Because he's a big old boy.
He's staring down Carlito. And the last person he stared at like that was his dinner.
Yeah, was, I believe, Ilya Dragunov.
Indeed.
We haven't seen him since, but Obafemi just coming out the gates immediately, perhaps with Carlito's attention focused elsewhere. This will give Obafemi the opportunity he needs.
I was going to say, taking advantage of Carlito's sudden lack of concentration.
But Moonsault off the second rope.
We can't have these two fight without talking about the last 2 matches they've had. Obafemi challenging Carlito to an underground match and a no DQ match.
Both
Carlito's won them all soundly.
He really has. So this is I say it's a normal match, but perhaps this is the most risky of them all because you've got the beefy boy himself sat just off to the right.
It's sort of a last chance saloon for Obafemi to, impress. He's been struggling. Carlito's had his number. And Obafemi originally had called for the match to show us what he's worth.
But off to the top rope with a double axe handle, he needs to take these high-risk maneuvers if he's going to keep up with the likes of Carlito.
It seems that Carlito is struggling. That opening attack from Obafemi, aided by the distraction from Bronson Reed.
Ring awareness there from Carlito. Strong strike there from Carlito as he looks for the cover.
Can't count out the apple muncher.
The apple muncher, another moonsault there. And it has been a very athletic display here on FDW this evening.
That it has. And it's just going to continue. We've got such a wealth of talent on the roster.
Still to come, we've got that huge main event, the FDW champion in action against Wade Barrett.
Very much looking forward to that. As Carlito and Obafemi trade blows here. Carlito
with the upper hand once again on Obafemi. He's literally on the ropes, but oh my goodness.
Oh! Carlito just got run over by a truck.
He really has done, and it seems the referee is trying to tell Big Bronson Reed what to do.
Bronson has
Well, he's taken a shining to Carlito, but Carlito, fair play, after being blindsided.
He's fighting back, and Obafemi wisely wants nothing to do with it. Is
Yep, it's
taking
like
a
you
stroll.
sort that out among yourself, boys.
Now, what is Bronson thinking here?
Clearly Bronson wants a scrap. I mean, besides eating the entire side of a cow, he must have kept one eye on the screen over the past couple of weeks and has seen what Carlito's been capable of, 2 dominant wins, and perhaps he just wants a little piece of that cologne.
Yeah, he definitely was not impressed with Dragunov's showing.
Backstabber from Carlito, and that's huge on the champion.
Carlito really taking it to Bronson here.
These two are just scrapping. This is not even a match. They are just brawling at this point, ladies and gentlemen.
Doug's just looking on because he's a fan.
Yeah, it's just between a rock and a hard place. Swinging net breaker there from Carlito. Bronson picked this fight. Carlito.
Bronson may have picked off more than he can chew, but
not in this situation, as a big belly to belly was enough from Bronson.
And Doug finally gets it under control.
Indeed. So where we go from here, we do not know. But what?
I don't. That's a change to our match card, as Randy waits for Wade Barrett.
Yeah, we're supposed to be seeing Wade Barrett versus... Oh my god.
It's Big Papa Pump.
It's Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner.
Wade Barrett seeming to tell Randy, you were bored of fighting me, but I found you someone that might be able to keep your attention.
Was so happy to announce Scott Steiner there, just gladly making way for him.
And Big Papa Pump, the genetic freak, steps into the ring.
Okay, well, in a change to our regularly scheduled programming, or previously scheduled programming, it's now Randy Orton versus Scott Steiner.
Oh, the elbow.
Drops it immediately across the neck of Randy Orton, and this is a strong showing.
This is huge. He is huge. Look at him.
He's a genetic freak.
But firstly, how does Wade Barrett know Big Papa Pump? And secondly, what is he doing here?
Well, I am just receiving word that Scott Steiner has been signed to FDW in a shock signing. I guess it's official. Dropping the elbow.
Another huge elbow. And Randy has been taken for a loop.
And Wade Barrett with the assist. That was very nearly 3. And
close call there.
You got to think that's thrown Randy off a little bit.
Doug just threw the bat at Wade.
Yep. Just get that shit out of here.
Randy now trying to work his way back into it.
Locks in the Boston Crab.
Take away the power of the big man.
The Steiner with the experience to grab the ropes.
But Randy's experience showing through here. The bigger man taking out his lower back, his knees, taking away that power, that brute force.
Random tangent, but I watched an interview with Scott Steiner recently, and did you know he was the first person to do a 450 splash?
Yes, yeah, I did. I think I watched the same interview.
Chris Van Vliet, yeah? Yeah. I was just like, what? That's a stupid fact of all the people that you think would invent the 450.
Yeah, it's the absolute monster that
not
is.
Billy Kidman, not Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, none of that, you know. Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
Speaking of going to the top rope, Randy climbs up now, but Barrett thinking about interfering. Huge crossbody there from the champion.
Randy now working his way back. Got over the initial shock of seeing, as we all had the initial shock of seeing Big Papa Pump.
Well, yep. Will it all add up? Neck breaker there from Orton.
This is where Orton's deadly.
This is the caliber of Randy Orton now. Initially shaken, but settling things down a little bit, he will take control of the matchup.
He's like a martini, shaken but never stirred.
Indeed, but will the arrival of Scott Steiner stir things up for the world champion?
The possibilities are endless, and it's a Sort of speed bump here for Randy Orton.
Getting into a battle of slaps and chops as Steiner's having none of it.
As I say, it's not the wisest person to get into a battle of slaps with.
Randy's proven time and time again he can take it.
He is a powerful and dominating force, is Randy. Look how tall he is.
Randy just asking for more from Steiner.
Steiner's looking gassed. Oh,
And there's a huge lariat.
Randy needs to be careful. Doesn't want to let that hubris get to him.
Locked
Right in the centre. Dead centre.
That is snug as well, but Randy can
Fights for
power out of it. Steiner once again drops the elbow across the chest of Orton. It seems that Doug has been distracted by Barrett's antics.
Fixing the turnbuckle cushion. This that could have cost Steiner.
Initially aligning himself with Wade Barrett, it would have seemed.
But Wade Barrett doesn't seem to be that helpful right now.
Not at all, as we go to the top rope. Are we going to see it? The Frankensteiner.
Beautifully done. And could this be it?
Hooks the leg. There's the 2.
And there's the 3.
And that is enormous for a debuting Scott Steiner.
Big Papa Pump pins the FDW champion.
And Randy Orton, you are on notice.
Absolutely. I mean, caught off guard perhaps, but still an impressive victory for Scott Steiner.
Indeed. And what a showing for FDW. A very athletic evening of matches.
Yes. Full of twists and turns.
Yep. With an enormous debut to boot.
I cannot wait for next week.
Well, I've no idea what's going to happen next, but I'm very much looking forward to it, and we hope you are as well. Until then, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.